So since I made those videos a few days ago talking about the two older people fighting, and then yesterday's video with the argument I had with that guy, a lot of comments telling me to do more videos talking about fighting experiences and stuff like that. And to be quite honest, I'm not the type of guy to go out of the way to just, get in arguments and fights with people. Usually if people are assholes, I just try and ignore them and get through the day. But yesterday was just a little bit different because the guy was like coming up to me and blaming me, and that was just stupid. I had to defend myself. But I do have another story today talking about a fight that I witnessed about a year back, and I wouldn't even consider this a fight. This was actually just more fucked up to witness because of the outcome. And me and my friends got pretty freaked out about this because we thought we were going to get, thrown in the middle of this and blamed or something like that. You'll hear about it in a sec. But without a doubt, I hope you guys enjoy this video today. Leave a like if you do enjoy it, and here it is. So like I said, this happened a year back. I was actually hanging out with some friends of mine over at my house. They were at my house for once. I wasn't at theirs. And we were just sitting at my house in the garage of my place, just with lawn chairs, and like watching my one friend just skate in the front driveway. He was just doing tricks and stuff. He's like the one of my friends that could actually skate fairly well, so he's pretty entertaining to watch skate. And we're just sitting there watching him talking. And after a while of that, we got pretty bored of that, so we decided to grab our skateboards and actually skate up to the mall because, air conditioning, a little bit nicer up there, just stuff to do. So we skate up there, we show up, and immediately we could see in the front mall parking lot there was a car pulled over, and it was surrounded by people. And I don't mean surrounded by like 4 or 5 people, I mean like 10. Like it was legit surrounded, and they all had skateboards and BMX bikes, right? So I'm like, okay, what the fuck's going on down there? There's gotta be some sort of beef or something. And my friend's like, yo, let's go over there and see what's up. I was like, I don't know, dude, like they're having their own thing. If we approach them, they might try and fuck with us or something. He's like, nah, let's just do it. If they tell us to leave, we'll leave. I was like, all right, whatever, man. So we walk up there. We get a little bit close. We can kind of hear what's going on. And it's kind of funny because one of the kids with the BMX bike saw us coming up, and he did this, like, come here motion with his hand, and we walked up to him. He's like, yo, some shit's really about to go down. I was like, oh, shit, really? What's about to go down? He's like, all right, look, we were skating here, and this car came in, beeped at us, and revved his engine up like he was about to try and drive into one of us. I was like, oh, shit, really? Like, that's pretty fucked up. Like, that's pretty threatening, too. Like, if someone did that to me, I'd feel pretty nervous, like, if someone was trying to hit me with their car or something. But anyway, after all that went down, they just kind of started arguing, and then that's when we walked up and saw what was going on and talked to this kid. So we're sitting there watching them argue. We're talking to this kid that's kind of, like, on the outskirts of the crowd, and we're sitting there and just, like, listening to this argument going on. And the guy in the car looked like he was probably like 20 years old or something like that. And he was driving with other people. There was a few other people in the car with him. And he was pretty much there to start an argument, okay? Because where these skaters and bikers were, they were literally in the very front of the lot. And nobody uses the front of the lot. The way it's set up is kind of backwards. Like the stores are all at the back of the lot. And the front of the lot is where you would go. Like if there was Black Friday or something. Like if the whole parking lot was filled up, that's where people would park. So they were skating very, very far away from the other vehicles. And they were literally putting no one in danger whatsoever. Like the security guards themselves that worked at this place didn't give a fuck about them skating there. They were letting them skate there. It was only this one guy that cared. But they were basically arguing back and forth, and not like arguments where they were insulting each other. Well, the guy in the car was kind of insulting the skaters, calling them lowlifes and shit like that. But the skaters themselves that were arguing with this guy were basically just trying to, prove their point. They're like, we're here, we're making sure that we're not near anyone's car, like we don't want to hurt anyone's car with our boards or something. And, we're just trying to get some footage and leave. And this guy in the car just wouldn't give up. He was screaming at this point, calling them scumbags, telling them to leave before he calls the cops. And the skaters are like, why would you call the cops? Like, the security gave us permission to skate here. It's not a big deal. And right after this guy said that, dude, this dude just jumps out of his car, hits one of the skaters with his door, keep in mind, like right in the side of the face. Now, I don't think he did it on purpose. He just opened it really, really fast, and there was a guy standing there inconveniently and got hit. But, he jumps out of his car, and he basically just tries to start fighting these kids. Keep in mind, it's like a 10v1 situation here, okay? The kids aren't fighting back. They're just sitting there, like, watching this guy try and push him around and stuff. They're just kind of sitting there laughing. But this guy's friends weren't even helping him. He was the only one that got out of his car. Probably because they knew how dumb it would look if they tried to fight a bunch of kids just skating, minding their own business. So they're just sitting there watching, telling him to stop because it was so ridiculous. And it didn't really get bad at all until this guy tried to basically break one of their boards, okay? He took the board out of the kid that was probably the most civil out of all these skateboarders, out of his hand, okay? He grabbed his board, and he basically tried to snap it over his knee, and he failed like 4 times in a row. This kid tried to grab his board back, and they're basically playing tug-of-war, and the other kids start jumping in, trying to break it up. Now, while this huge fucking shitstorm is piling up, trying to, get the board out of this guy's hand, a few of the skaters that weren't involved whatsoever, they were just watching like we were, took their boards and start basically hitting this guy's car like a fucking baseball bat. And I don't really agree with that. That shit's kind of horrible. But one of them took his board and straight up just like baseball bat, like just shattered his window pretty much. Not his front windshield, but his front window, like where the front door is. And yeah, he bashed his window open and it shattered everywhere. The people in the car started freaking out and getting on their phones. And when me and my friends saw that, we're like, nope, fuck that, dude. And we just started running. We ran all the way over to like where the mall area was, and we could already see the security coming towards them because there was a fight going on. And it's kind of funny because while all the security guards were rushing over there to stop the fight, one of them stopped us. And they were like, hey, were you just involved with all those other skateboarders in that fight over there? And we were like, nah, we were just watching. We saw it break out and we immediately ran. He was like, oh, good choice. So do you know exactly what happened? And I was like, well, man, I don't know the whole story, but we stopped there, saw an argument break out, a window got smashed, and we ran away because it was scary. He's like, oh, thanks, man. And he just drove away and left us alone. So we didn't really get in any trouble, but we left there pretty quick after that happened because fuck getting involved with all that. But yeah, I don't know if all the skateboarders ended up getting in any like serious trouble. I mean, they did break a fucking window, so I'd imagine something must have happened. But right after the first security guard stopped us, we just skated right back to my house because didn't want to get stopped again over shit that we weren't involved in. But yeah, pretty fucking crazy, dude. I just remember seeing this and being like, yeah, we need to get out of here before we get in trouble too. Because like, dude, fucking breaking a window with a skateboard, that's just nuts. But yeah, that was pretty much the end of it. We just went home and talked about it for the rest of the day, and that was pretty much it. But I thought this was pretty funny, and it definitely fits in with all the rest of the fight stories, so I thought you guys would enjoy hearing about it. I hope you guys did. Leave a like if you did enjoy the video. And yeah, I'll see you guys all tomorrow. Peace.
Easier in space. I don't love myself, but you keep loving me. I am not the man that I want to be. I don't love myself, but you keep holding me. I cannot be yours and live comfortably. I've got the whole wide world in the palm of my hand.